If you're coming to the Golf Croquet Worlds in October, this map may be of help. You'll probably fly into Washington, maybe Richmond, and head toward the Chesapeake Bay. Obviously, east of Richmond, go by West Point, and you'll find yourself looking for Twiggs Ferry Road in Hartfield, Virginia, where there is the largest croquet facility in the world. Those big rectangular lawns hold the 24 regulation courts of the Chesapeake Bay Croquet Club. That irregular patch above is a shooting range, and along the tree line there is the grass where we set up the USCA 9-wicket national championships. John Rainey did most of the videography with Brian Hovis's equipment. Paul Neubecker and I got a couple of games apiece. Paul was the tournament director. Tournament manager was Doug Moore, with able assistance from your co-hosts, Macey White and Nancy Crouch.
All right, we're going to start.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Well done.
And now your aforementioned tournament director, Paul Neubecker, on the left, and tournament manager, Doug Moore, on the right, are set to face off in a championship flight block game. He has been tournament director and helper extraordinaire in half the games we've videoed in the last 6 months. He's finished second in this tournament, I think, the last 3 times. He's a member of the New York Croquet Club. Paul Neubecker, originally from Buffalo, now from around New York City, is your tournament director. He's participated in the talent development program, and you'll see why. He's won 3 or 4 invitationals in the last 6 months and been tournament director 2 or 3 times.
Definitely had a lot of fun playing last night. I haven't played. At some point, I stopped drinking. Anytime you hit the turning stick, you're down to 1 shot. Oh, okay. But if you go for 2 hoops, you get to. Yes. I slept like shit last night. I'm happy to slow roll. Keep rolling.
ahead.
We had this no problem yesterday. There was a tree down, it wasn't an angle. And it was longer. All the way down. There's a 4-ball for you. When you are cross. So you not like a foul if I hit it. You hit the ball in a square line. How much weight is it going to get? I got it. Heads. This is still a learning experience for me, and yesterday I didn't allow myself enough time to just get you. That was bad. so much extra shot, right? Yep. They love that.
Is this going to be the main field of play? Main field of play?
These three.
All these. Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking. First time here.
Welcome.
In championship flight, they're using carryover deadness, so I have to work a little harder. They're also marking the ball in 9 inches instead of 36. They're not using any wiring rules, so they can wire to their heart's content without giving up lifts. And they're not using last deadness for rover balls.
Yes.
Good hit.
Now, if I was inclined to play from here, would I mark it in? No, it's striking ball, I just play it, right?
If it's out, you've lost
No, it's
the ability to play where it lies.
It's not out.
Okay.
I mean, it may have hit the string and I didn't notice, but it's not out.
Then
I mean,
think
I'm not gonna play from here anyway, but just curious.
I think you'd play it from where it lies. I don't think you'd mark it down.
Yeah, I don't think you marked it. It's a striking ball.
Just to be clear, he doesn't lose his turn because the striker ball went out in a Croquet. He just can't play it from where it came to rest. He has to move it back to red.
No, absolutely. Yes.
This crunchy sound coming up is just cars going by very slowly on the gravel road next to the court. Doug sent blue to black instead of leaving it as a pioneer at 4 so he could get a rush on yellow to hoop 3. But he overcooked that one, so now he has to do this roll shot to hoop 3 anyway. And this is one of the bigger differences between long grass and short grass, is this roll up on short grass is not a problem. On long grass, it can be tough. As I mentioned, they're not using the wiring rules, so even though yellow is dead on blue and red, he can wire black behind the hoop, and yellow does not get a lift.
Appeal the sharp.
As good as these guys are, they're still playing on long grass.
Wow. Jump right over. No way. If you told me you were going to do that, then I would have put blue in position.
Oh my God, yes.
I needed a little heads up. I need a
Wonder does.
every time you try to run. I can't believe you just got out of jail that easy.
Yeah, that was pretty easy.
Yellow even had a shot at me too. And I was like, what's the point of getting dead? Do it on the next one.
Hey guys, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, we're going to be working on 4 machines today. And then all the other ones. Those that
Yeah, that's good. Black's clean.
We've been bringing shotguns. Now, if you want to, we make this game interesting. We're going to be working out here 7, 4, 6, and 2. Now, we're just not going to fool the field. You guys, your main group's over here. So we're not going to fool it. We'll get that another day. Huh? Yeah, we'll get 4 another day. 4 is 12. We'll get that another day.
Okay, Paul's got all 4 balls, and he started a break on hoop 4. Let's see how far he gets. He doesn't need 4 balls to navigate hoops 6 through 9 and the turning stake. In fact, 4 balls might make it more complicated than it needs to be. So send a Pioneer to hoop 10 now. In fact, maybe he only needs 2 balls to do the hoops around the turning stake, and rather than risk messing up a long roll shot on this grass, he's going to leave yellow and go get it done with red and black.
He doesn't understand. You guys do what you need to do, but your marriage is more important.
Will.
Yeah, she was telling me.
Since blue went too far, I thought here he might rotate yellow and double load hoop 12, but he has a more long-term purpose in mind for yellow.
She was certainly correct. She's mean as a snake. Oh, wow, yeah. Down in the farm, wood stove. Oh, my gosh. I remember when
He's setting up the leave for yellow to finish after red makes hoop 14. In American rules, putting your partner at its hoop this early when you're doing the unhittable leave is a little unusual. But in 9-wicket, logistically, you sort of have to think about 13 and 14 as one hoop because you can't do much maneuvering between 13 and 14.
that was in 98. But what I remember was we were on campus and the boys were talking about that grandpa. No, my cousins, Jimmy.
And this borders on cruelty, but he could, since they're not using wiring levers, he could easily wire the danger ball black somewhere back around 13 and 14 and get blue and red down for yellow to use. And Doug can't do a thing about it.
Wait a minute. He paid you? It's like, yeah. It's like, we girls had to talk to grandma. Who wouldn't part with a nickel. Except because of the
Richard Green.
yeah, because we were all I think it was breakfast that we had because of
Oh, okay.
John. Richard Green said he must have all of us went. Oh yeah.
Yes,
Now, in the American rules, you would have set it up so you wouldn't Croquet yellow last, because that would have made you last dead on yellow. But they're not using that rule. So when he cleans red now, red will be fully clean. And he had to put yellow on hoop shooting position because of his deadness. So that's the way you do it. Run a break from hoop 4 to hoop 14. Set a nearly unhittable lead. Doug cleared blue of its 3-ball deadness because Paul made hoop 8. I think black can see red. He didn't get it wired like I suggested, but he hit a jump shot anyway. And he almost got it.
Well, you hit that so hard, you hit it. I thought this was on top.
So Paul wants to finish in this turn. Will he bother to go pick up black, I wonder?
But some people probably will.
Now, Mom has also said that she said German Irish is very ball, right? But I have kept that until and I told my kids, and your mother and the same partners. Now, Elizabeth, who's Peruvian, is like, you think you
No.
I have all of that.
Paul didn't hesitate just to run a 3-ball break. And as I look at the configuration here, it occurs to me that in 9-wicket, all the hoops are closer together than they are compared to the 6-wicket arrangement where hoops 1 and 2 are 63 feet apart in a straight line. These are all like less than 21 feet apart, and they're all angled rather than a straight line like in the 6-wicket setup. And I think both of those components make a 3-ball break a little easier than it is in a 6-wicket layout. Whatever the rationale, he's got it under control. This may be the hardest shot of the break.
Are you okay?
Yep.
So while Paul's finishing this clinic on how to run breaks in 9-wicket croquet, we want to thank our channel sponsors, Chris Barley, the United States Croquet Association, your source of all things croquet in the USA, and Don Oakley's Croquet Store, meeting the equipment needs of all levels of play and all versions of the game.
No, but the rubber ball has to put them out.
Paul and Doug drove down together from New York.
It's good enough, dude.
So in the battle of travel companions, Paul Neubecker scores a decisive 32-7 victory over Doug Moore in a fabulous display of 3-ball break running. So give us a like, subscribe, hit that bell. There's more to come.